Welcome to another video, guys. I've acquired quite a few relic materials again, so in this video we're gonna be blasting through all of them and see if we can get ourselves some mythicals. Happy holidays to everyone, and I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, and don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday for free account takeovers, and if you want to support the channel for free and star raid the right way, you can open up yourself a second account from a fresh new device you haven't had raid before, and use my promo download link to get yourself 4 amazing champions right at the start, and also use the promo code section for an extra amazing legendary champion. But now, let's get into the video. So yeah, here's all my mats, including some of the fresh new Grim Forest materials from which we could be getting ourselves some interesting looking new relics. I actually haven't read about any of them. Lens of Intangibility gives you a ton of speed, wearer ignores 10% of target's defense at the start of a round, places a Perfect Veil buff on the wearer for 2 turns. While under Perfect Veil, you ignore 5 additional percent defense. Sounds kinda amazing, not gonna lie, and this thing levels out to a grand total of 25%. Damn, like it's pretty good, like Cat's case apparently, so your nukers will be happy. Has some triangles and circles at the bottom, could be putting some absolute knee clappers over there. The Coronet of Gloom is a crit damage mythical one. When all the wearer's allies are dead, places a block damage on the wearer for 1 turn, has 10% chance of placing this buff when a single ally dies. Sounds pretty amazing for some kind of nuker. Buffs out at 35% chance if an ally dies. Sounds kind of interesting indeed. Again, quite a lot of slots for stuff. Should be cool if we get one of those. Soulmark Crystal. Once per round, wearer has 50% chance of activating an instant turn effect when 1 or more allies are killed. That should be nice for a reviver, let's say, or a crowd controller, something along those lines. We also have a big accuracy legendary relic. Whenever the wearer places a poison or bomb debuff, has 10% chance of placing a second debuff for 2 turns, only counts debuffs placed by active skills. Okay, so it's not going to be as amazing on somebody like Calvalax, but for things like Nishak, Xenomorph even, Kamidus and so on and so forth could be pretty awesome indeed, if I had one. And the epics give a lot of res. Whenever the wearer is under a crowd control debuff, all turn meter fill effects increase the wearer's turn meter by an additional 20%. I don't know about that. Sounds a little bit counterintuitive, like it's giving you a ton of res and you're still supposed to get crowd control apparently. That's kind of weird. We also have high HP, Revolting Seedling. Whenever the wearer receives damage, has 20% chance to heal themselves by 20% of the damage received. Sounds kind of okay. We also have a decent nukerish looking relic. Whenever wearer has a 20% chance to ignore 5% of enemy's defense when attacking. Not exactly very consistent. I'd much rather use the Talon still. And the last one gives a ton of accuracy again. Wearer has 20 chance to ignore 10% of the target's res when applying debuffs. I mean, I guess nothing really too fancy over there, but let's see if we can get ourselves some of the bigger, better things. First off, we're gonna start off with some of them rares. I actually have received a mythical out of 4 rare materials, which is kind of insane. Let's see if we can repeat that magic. 0.01% for anybody wondering. I am hoping to get myself a bunch of Talons today, by the way. My nukers are still missing quite a few, so anytime you get a Talon, definitely save it up, guys. It is very, very important. You're gonna get a lot of nukers. So far, no Talons for me, however. Okay, so far so bad. What could possibly go right? Let's see. 5 rares in a row, and it's not even the rares I'm looking for. Nope, not even close. Let's keep at it. Another bell, not the worst way to get yourself some accuracy. Still no Talon. Rigged. Talon me sideways. No Talons, no epics. Dare I say no legendaries? Imagine getting legendaries. Starting to get worried. I am hoping to get at least 3 or 4 Talons, dare I say. What is up with that? What is actually up with that? Please? First epic, and it's just a gilded dragonstone, nothing to write home about. I'd also be happy to get a few more crows. Ooh, back-to-back epics. Can we get a triple? Nope, another rare, and again, not even a single Talon out of 15 pulls. Let's start blasting through some of them epics. Still nothing amazing. Get used to those. Another egg. Wish there was a faster way to actually load these up, like holding down shift or something. Surely we have the technology to just hold down shift and apply all of the same kind. Why wouldn't we? Another epic. Ain't nothing wrong with another golden elixir. I have plenty of those, but still, the more the merrier. Another Coronet, pretty top tier damage dealing relic. That one, getting yourself that much extra damage, very good for things like Hydra and Chimera. But how the hell are we not getting a single goddamn Talon? It is beyond me. Let's move down to a single epic out of the Clan v Clan. Ooh, look at that. I don't have this one. Temporal Stagnator. High accuracy, where it has 20 chance to remove, steal, or convert buffs, or increase a skill's cooldown when landing a weak hit. Honestly, is this good? Does give some speed at the end, so I guess it could be okay on somebody like Armans or Fabian, I guess, but I don't know. Kinda on the wonky side, at least it does give speed, but I'd still go with the wand, honestly. Okay, let's move down to some live arena action. Been farming quite a lot of it. Sadly, never reached the mythical mats. A little bit too much grinding for my liking, but at least I maxed out all my Hydra bonuses, which is kind of cool. Got ourselves an epic from live arena, the Preserved Aberration. I don't have this one either. Wearer will ignore 2% of the target's defense for each poison debuff on the target placed by the wearer. Who wants to use this? Xenomorph? Sounds about right. That might very well be something useful for Xenomorph indeed. Let's see what the epics give. I'm gonna save the best for last. Some Legos, some mythicals. Got a Talon, but not the Talon we were hoping for. Sad, no Talon noises. Let's see what that faction war is looking like. Starting off strong with a book, but not a single goddamn Talon, guys. How is that even possible, dudes? This is inhumane. I was hoping to get at least a couple, man. At least a couple. Another good poison relic. I don't have that many good poisoners, however. Let's keep on slapping. Not a single Talon. How is that fair, guys? How is that fair? I'm getting this crap. To be fair, it ain't crap, but it ain't what I'm looking for. At this point, I'd be happy even for a single one. Like, damn. Not a single one, dudes. Let's see what the Forge Pass has to offer today. Okay. Pyros Malios. Wearer deals 2 more damage, 2% more damage if all allies are alive. Doesn't work if there are no allies in the battle. Not the worst. And just another mask. What them epics do. Just what I was afraid of. Nothing. Okay. Well, moving down to the Grim Forest action, let's see if they give something decent today. Only have for a single rare, but we got ourselves an epic. Not bad at all. Not sure who I'd like to give this one to, but it's interesting, that's for sure. Let's see what that epic one does. Another epic. Sadly, just to go to Dragonstone, not great. And the last one's gonna be another rare, just a book. Well, that's about it for all the not so top tier relic materials. Now we get to see a few Legos, a few mythicals, hopefully. Let's see. So far, the rares and epics were kind of a flop, not gonna lie. Let's see what the Chimera has. 0.5% for a mythical. Can we see it? Of course not. We're not even gonna see a Lego after all. To be fair, the Lego is not super likely, but 40% is not bad at all. There's one. Got ourselves an extra Gore Crescent. Not bad. Could be interesting on somebody like Ishiyama and whatnot, but I already have a few of those, so not that impressed. Let's move down to some Legos out of the live arena. They better be good. I don't have that one. Axe Serpentis. Wears single target attacks deal 5% more damage for each exposed neck present in battle. Isn't this gonna be kinda insane on somebody like Trunda? That's actually definitely worth considering. I have Coronet on my Trunda right now and I'm very happy, but this is probably better, right guys? Do let me know in the comments. I've never really thought about this one. Like heck, I'm kind of seeing it for the first time ever, but yeah, it does sound like it would be pretty good there. And the last Lego here would be sadly an epic again. Saginus. Have quite a few out of Faction Wars. Let's see if we get anything Da Vinci out of there. It's an epic. Another Dragon Stone. Not amazing, not amazing. Another Lego. I don't have this one either. Eternal Soul Gal. HP on the main stat. The first hit received by the wearer from each enemy in a round will deal 10% less damage. Each subsequent hit from each enemy that round will deal 5% less damage. Who the hell would be very happy about this one? Like a Reviver or something, but without speed? I don't know. It's a little bit on the wonky side. Again, if you guys are seeing some glaring amazing tactics with all of these legendary relics, do let me know, but so far this one is kind of on the weird side for me. And the last Lego Faction Wars is gonna be another Lego, another wand submission. I think I have like around 10 at this point, but the more the merrier, that's for sure. Can't get enough of them wands. Let's see what we get from the turtle stuff. Been holding these out. Back-to-back wands. Not bad, not bad. One more stick in the collection. I have quite the bundle of those already. Got ourselves the epic Exuzar Totem. Accuracy based, whereas turn meter increased by 10% whenever an ally receives stun, sleep, whatever, occurs once per turn. Guess, maybe for a cleanser or something. Another Lego is the Mask of Diskette. Resistance based, where it has 30% chance of activating an instant turn effect on themselves after returning from sheep. Not that bad at all. Could be interesting, but a lot of guessing with that one. And the last Lego from Discovery is gonna be another egg. Shocking, I know. A lot of eggs today, a lot of eggs. Let's see what the Forge Pass Legos are gonna be looking like. Starting off strong with Bane of Centranos. Accuracy based, where whenever an enemy receives a buff, the wearer has 15% chance of getting the same buff for 2 turns, occurs once per turn. That sounds kind of dumb, I guess. Let's see the next one. It better be a Lego again. Be a lot cooler if it was, but it ain't. Another statue. If it ain't gonna be a gilded egg, it's gonna be a statue, huh? And my first legendary Grim Forest mats are gonna be giving me a this. Lego me, dude. There you go. We got ourselves the Spore Burst Rods. Accuracy based again. Whenever the wearer places a poison or bomb debuff, has 10% chance of placing a second buff for 2 turns. This might actually be pretty worth it for somebody like Xenomorph for me. Other than that, I don't have too many amazing champions to really utilize this one, but this could be interesting indeed. And now let's see what them mythical mats are going to be looking like. I have a grand total of 3 mythical mats I could be pulling. Technically 4 if I really wanted to. If I want to combo off this plus Faction Wars, honestly, I might. So yeah, let's start off with these. If we don't pull a mythical, I think I'm gonna combo these off. I don't care. Let's see it. There you go, there you go. What do we have here? Mind of Marquat. Accuracy based, wearer has 25% chance of placing a fatigue debuff for 1 turn with each hit. The fatigue debuff is definitely quite the interesting one. If a champion does use an active skill while under the fatigue debuff, they will go into sleep, which is kind of weird, not gonna lie, but it's definitely interesting having a mythical relic like that. This one again does give a lot of speed, it does give a lot of accuracy, so it's kind of cool like that. Pretty cool stuff. Starting off strong, let's see if we can get ourselves another mythical. It's only 20% chance, but we're already starting strong. Let's see it. Just a Lego here, another aspect of Seraph. I have plenty of those already, not that amazing. I have some that I'm not using right now, but they could be coming in with the clutch on some Faction Wars levels indeed, so not the worst. And now let's see if we get ourselves some mythical out of the new group. Would be a lot cooler if we did. Let's see it. Roll it, DJ. Just a Lego, and it's a first stick out of this session. Oh well, not the worst, that's for sure, but could have been better. I'm still gonna roll myself some mythical mats here, guys. Sue me. Let's roll these because they're exact. I'm not gonna get any more discoveries, so might as well do this. Let's see it, Chief. Another one! Woohoo! This is my second freaking hollow hilt, guys. This is so much extra speed, by the way. 24 speed on your speed leads. Kinda insane, not gonna lie. I have one on my Arbiter, even though it's not doing too much with the healing stuff and giving fervor. But getting that 24 speed, it is kinda amazing. I might actually use this one on a PvE champion this time. That will actually give me the fervor debuff a lot more consistently. Kinda amazing. Definitely no regrets pulling that last one. I can tell you that much. God damn it, dude. That was a lot of mythicals. That was a lot of mythicals right there. Now I have a grand total of 5 mythical relics, some of which are definitely top tier. Like anybody having the magma card is gonna deal so much more damage with a Titus team, and having the freaking hilts also pretty amazing. Good stuff, good stuff. Do let me know in the comments if you guys have been pulling some nasty mythical relics lately. I'd be very happy to hear. Do share the luck. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you at least as much luck as I had on this pull, and I hope you get that elusive mythical relic you have been hoping for quite a while now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like and subscribe would be great. Don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday, and also if you want to support the channel for free, download the game from my premium download link and start right the right way. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.